So here's a key idea from our first lecture, which has to do with units. So the idea with the word unit is it's related to the word unity, which means one, basically. So if we have the relationship between two different units, for instance, one that we all know, we have 1 hour equals 60 minutes, then the way that we actually compute the relationships between different quantities in these units is to use the simple fact that anything multiplied by 1 is unchanged. So what that means in practice is if we divide both sides of this equation by 1 hour, then on this side of the equation, these two things cancel out and we just get simply the number 1. And on this side of the equation, we get something which is useful for solving problems. So if, for instance, we were asked to compute what 2.5 hours is in minutes, then we can multiply this quantity by 1, which is the same thing as multiplying 2.5 hours by 60 minutes divided by 1 hour. And when we do that, we can treat these units just like we would treat numbers in an algebraic or letters in an algebraic expression. Here, oops, that was the wrong thing. This R here cancels with this R there. And we're left with a simple computation. We simply have 2.5 times 60 minutes. And that, of course, will give us 150 minutes. Now, the thing is, you probably could have done that conversion in your head much faster than I've done it here by writing this all out. But the point of this first lecture was to kind of solidify what this process means, because it's very useful if we want to do more complicated things, because if we have lots of relationships between lots of different units, then we need to be able to string them together. So as an example, we know that we have these relationships. 1 is equal to 1 hour divided by 60 minutes. It's also equal to 60 minutes divided by 1 hour. And that's also equal to, 1 minute divided by 60 seconds. So if we have a problem which relates, for instance, hours to minutes or hours to seconds, then we can use a string of relationships in order to be able to determine what the value is. So for instance, if we take our 2.5 hours and we want to express that in seconds, we can multiply by this relationship here. So 60 minutes divided by 1 hour, because that's just equal to 1. And we can multiply by this relationship here. 1 minute, or sorry, it was actually the inverse of that relationship, it'd be 60 seconds divided by 1 minute, because that's also equal to 1. And when we do that, we see these units cancel out. So 1 hour cancels out there, and minutes cancels out here with minutes. And we're left with the relationship 2.5 times 60 times 60 seconds, not forgetting our final units. And this will give us 2.5 times 3600 seconds. So that's 2.5 hours is equal to, what would that be? So 3672, 9,000 seconds. So that's the key idea. All we have to remember is to multiply everything by 1, and that will allow you to convert between units.